Well, good evening, everybody. I am a congressional candidate, Mia Mason, and I want to be able to talk to you about marijuana tonight. It is a four-part series, and tonight we are talking about part one. And we understand that you are voting this year based on the policies that we represent. And I have a very strong stance on this. And I wanted to make sure that we take the time over the next four meetings that we're going to have to discuss this, why it's so important to make sure that we have an opportunity for our entire nation to come out of this pandemic with the revenue it needs to help everyone. So tonight it is going to be about the history, the legalization, and of course our policy. This will help us. I guarantee it. Because we have to be able to understand exactly where it came from. So let's deep dive right into the history of what marijuana was and is. So it's not a new drug. Nobody can say, oh, it is a gateway drug, or it's this or that. It was honestly first used as medicine over a long time ago. Talking about way back in 4000 BC, before a Bible was written, before, quote, laws were on the book. No one could claim law and order back then. Everybody probably didn't even know each other, and there was no technology like we have now. We had messengers. So even like alcohol, tobacco, and of course gasoline, it gets taxed. So, if we take a look at 1937, the U.S. passed a marijuana tax act. So here in Maryland, it became illegal. It became illegal for the entire nation. It was just like the prohibition of alcohol. So, we know that it is a law that was created by others that can be changed. So if we take a look at when Nixon launched his war on drugs, what was he trying to do? What was he trying to accomplish with marijuana? Creating it to be a Schedule I drug on the same level as ecstasy, heroin, and LSD. We have to understand that they were wrong. We're going to be able to show and tell folks exactly what marijuana does and is able to help not only in our medical community, but for the mental well-being of others, regardless of their age, gender, or race, and how we can help our communities succeed by planting, growing it, and creating new manufacturing processes and industries so that our communities have jobs and health care in our future. So if you're listening, I want you to grab your chair, grab a drink, and let's talk about marijuana tonight. Because even in 1996, California, became the first state to approve medical marijuana. This was at the height of a lot of issues. I was like 16 years old. So in 2012, Colorado and Washington became the first place in the world to regulate it as a commodity, something to be taxed, and it provided them a lot of money. This is what our nation needs. So listen, investors, corporations, small business owners, this is your opportunity to raise your voice and speak about marijuana and its benefit to help our community, because it's a natural product that can be turned into oils, petroleum products, doors, paper, and of course it's all organic, which means it grows faster than any tree out there. And the nice thing is as it grows, it sucks in carbon. And we have a lot of carbon dioxide. Our climate change is affecting everyone right now. I'm here in Maryland and we're getting smoke all the way from California. Could have been a different type of smoke. But the thing is, it was forces. Now we have an opportunity to help plant something there that is no longer there. We can plant hemp and have California as an industrial hub, and also here on the Eastern Shore, have hemp as an actual product that is viable to export and make a profit on, so that our farmers actually have a sustainable lifestyle for the entire community. Here are some of the benefits. You say benefits? I want you to understand exactly what these benefits are. You may not know what it can or cannot do. You may be sitting there and typing to Dr. Google, WebMD, or whatever, but we're just going to cover just a few, because I know you're going to be mean. You're going to hop into the comments and tell me, what are the benefits? Well, I had to personally listen to those who have their medical card, listen to our veterans who have medical marijuana, and hear some of those benefits. So, it can alleviate symptoms. What type of symptoms? Depends on what you do when you talk to your doctor. So, some of the things that has been known to treat is Crohn's disease, epilepsy, Alzheimer's, and multiple sclerosis. Yes, if you don't know who has MS, I recommend that you learn a little bit more about your community. And of course, we've seen actual results of it being used to help cancer patients. Now, it is sometimes used as a better painkiller than opioids. Our doctors are writing scripts and have caused a pandemic, the opioid crisis. Imagine if they could just write a couple grams of marijuana on their script instead of providing you 30 pills to OD on or hurt yourself because the medicine didn't work for you. Something safer like marijuana can really help you, because on this, it can help treat severe pain, agony, reduce any type of nausea you may have by the chemotherapy that is used in treating cancer, reduce pressure for people's glaucoma, so that your body is relaxed instead of fighting itself. Reduce all types of neurological disorders. But I'm pretty sure you're smarter than I am. You're probably a doctor. You can tell me all about that in the comments. And of course, we understand for our veterans. We come back from war different. But when we have flashbacks and PTSD or TBI, doctor probably has recommended them marijuana instead of a stimulant or a depressant. That is really natural. So, with all these benefits, what can be the con of marijuana? Well, they say that it is a negative ability for you to drive, just as if it was alcohol, or if you were flicking your cigarette outside the car. Honestly, it's not true. So, it's just what others have told you and have taught to you, and you need to change your mindset on about marijuana. Now, potential of misuse. If a drug is misused, it can be the same as marijuana. Well, that's just like anything. If you drink enough milk or water, it may kill you. But honestly, marijuana might not do that to you. If you do that with LSD, ecstasy, or heroin, more than likely you're going to have death. So, there you go. Marijuana is pretty good. You need to be able to help us get it legalized. If I'm elected or not, understand that this is a policy to create revenue for our state, who has been plunging themselves into debt. Our nation is in debt. We need to be able to have a product to sell, decriminalize, and provide for our families and our communities. This is an opportunity for America to make right on the debts that we owe by creating a new industrial revolution around a natural product. Everybody loves a natural product, so let's get it done. Let's get it off Schedule 1. And of course, this leads us into policy. How do we do that? What can be done about that? Well, medical marijuana here in Maryland is legal. Recreational is legal. But for everything else, we need to be able to advance those rights and privileges to grow it, sell it, and produce it here in Maryland so that our industry can take off. And as the governor has stated, to make sure that we bring back small manufacturers back into Maryland so that they can be sustainable. So many restaurants have closed. So many businesses have closed because of this pandemic, because of the loss of customers. Let's get new small business owners a new business plan around this product so that they can create tires, car panels, fireproofing, and installation for their home, roofing systems, wood products, you name it. It can be done with him. There's all different types of ways to use it. Now, Maryland earned $10 million back in 2019 for the legalization that they did do. Imagine it going into $100 million. How would that help the governor? How would that help the nation if it was $1 billion industry right here in Maryland? Where can we send this product to? Why should we have these products? Just because you say it's marijuana doesn't mean we stop making it. It can grow and continue to grow. We need to be able to make sure that the other parts of the decriminalization that is done in this doesn't affect our other rights, like a right to hold a firearm. We must understand exactly why they're treating it like alcohol when it's not. We must be able to protect our communities and allow them to grow. Because here's the thing. The future of marijuana is what you're able to do right now. Can you call your senator? Can you call your congressmen or women? Can you call our state legislators, our delegates, and our state senators, and our governor, along with the DA, make sure with the AG that we work together to make this product legal for everyone, to end this war on drugs, provide the middle class, the lower class, a business pathway into the future, so that we can end the divide between the middle class, the lower class, and of course the elite. Help us. It is your opportunity to shine, and this has been a conversation on marijuana. The first of 4 parts. We want it to become legalized for the entire nation. We want it to become decriminalized. We want the revenue to be available to help our educational systems. We want everybody to understand that this is something that we can also use in the medical community so that we can succeed in treating patients and end the opioid epidemic. This is Mia Mason, and I thank you for your time. So support us in our campaign at miadmason.us so that you understand exactly what our policies are, where we're going with this, and why it's important for our farmers, our fishermen, small business owners, in every county that we wish to represent in Maryland's 1st Congressional District. so that we can all work together to have something affordable, to have our health care, to have a business, to have employees, and to take care of the next generation so that we can legalize something that was outlawed just about less than 100 years ago. Let's change history together. It starts with you at the ballot box. Have a great night. Thank you.